Okay. So this is a little bit like what a receiving a diagnosis feels like. It is pretty scary, and it's like the path that you were going to go down, that you were quite happily mooching along, enjoying your life, then suddenly it feels like from nowhere this massive great monster is standing in your way and stopping you from getting where you want to go. And it's a pretty scary place to be. And I know when I was diagnosed with the multiple sclerosis, I was told I got an incurable disease. I was told that it was probably going to get worse. And I was also told that there was nothing that I could do about it, which leaves you in a pretty hopeless place, really. There's nothing you can do, there's nothing they can do, there's no cure. You've got options. There's various different options of medication that you can take probably for the rest of your life, but none of those medications are actually going to do the thing you want it to do. So it feels like there's nothing that you can do. But if you're anything like me, you're not really comfortable taking that as a prognosis, really. This is going to be the rest of my life. No, I want something a bit more than that, please. So I started looking. And the great news is there is something you can do. In fact, there's lots of things you can do, which sort of brings you to this point. Where do you even start? There are so many coaches online that are selling their programs, they're selling their diets, that are selling their lifestyle changes or modalities. And the good news is that they all have helped people heal, they've all helped people get through their challenges, feel better about life, be in a better place. But there is no one thing that fits all. So you end up feeling a little bit like this poor dog who's a bit like rabbit in the headlights. And where do I even start? And it's true to say that wherever you start, life is going to be different. And sometimes it's really hard to make those changes. Yeah, we could change our diet, that could help. It's helped for lots of people. What do you take out? What do you put in? Is there any exercises you can do? Is there any mindset hacks you can do? So it goes on. There's so many different options that you could take. The positive thing is it is possible. It is possible. And also to recognize different doesn't have to be bad. As human beings, we don't tend to like change very much, especially when it is forced upon us. You know, nobody chooses to be ill. But different doesn't have to be a bad thing. Different can be a very interesting, exciting thing if you allow it to be. So this program is all around giving back hope after a frightening diagnosis. So there is hope, there really is. And you don't have to be there on your own, because being that different person that we saw in this slide before can feel like a very lonely place. You can feel like you're the only one. Let's go back to see him. The only one who's like that, the only little clown in amongst all the stormtroopers. But I'm about bringing together people that are on a similar journey, that have got a similar mindset, who don't have to. So you don't have to be on your own, because the healing journey is, or can be, a very lonely one. So this is about changing that and giving back hope after a frightening diagnosis. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Gina Dallison, and this is me on a recent trip that I took with my son to the Netherlands, where I met with my new mentor coach really, who I'm learning the breath work with. I'm halfway through that course at the moment, and I just cannot tell you how many insights and revelations I've had with this breathwork technique already, and it's only 4 weeks in out of an 8-week course. I've taken a couple of people through the exercises, and I'm still learning it, but the realizations that have come out of it have been quite profound. I've been quite excited, I have to say, from the amazing effects that's come out of it from just a short time. So I'm ever growing, ever evolving. So this is me in the Netherlands. This was my first trip abroad since COVID. It's my first trip abroad since being this physically challenged, shall we say. And this is me just proving that different doesn't have to be a bad thing. Would I have ever chosen back in the day to go on an interrailing trip on a mobility scooter? No, probably not. But I tell you what, we had a right laugh, and it stretched my comfort zone no end. So a lot of the work that I do is really about making peace with where you are right now and fully enjoying every moment. There are always going to be challenges, always, but it doesn't mean to say that we can't have fun in the moment. So this program, this membership is all around getting together, having fun, lightening up, having those because healing can feel very serious sometimes. We're on a serious thing. If I eat the wrong foods, if I make the wrong choices, if I don't have enough sleep, if, then bad things might happen. But actually, maybe they won't. And a lot of it is what we think here. So this is me. And this program, this membership, it's a membership program, is for anybody who has been diagnosed with an incurable disease. It's also for anyone who is open to exploring different ways of thinking about your situation. This is about changing perspective of where we are right now. This is for anyone who's curious about going on a spiritual journey. And for me, it continues to be a very spiritual journey. And I tend to attract people that also see it that way. So if you're not thinking or not open to actually a spiritual way, this might not be the right place for you. It's also for anyone who is willing to take full responsibility for their own health and happiness. And this is such a big thing, because if we continue to blame other people, then we're giving our power away. And this is about, if I've created my life up to now, even if I did it maybe unconsciously, then I've got the power to create any life I want. And that's what I want to get the work done. So this is also for anyone who is willing to get honest, irrespective of how uncomfortable that might be. So expect some discomfort, but that's okay. Discomfort only lasts for 9 seconds, apparently. Don't know if that's true, but apparently it does, according to Brené Brown. And this is for anybody who's willing to do what it takes, to get the life that you really want. And it's not for the faint-hearted. This is me again. This is some of the crazy stuff I've been up to the last few years. I go do wild swimming generally in a pool. I've done a bit of rowing, taken my car rowing, if you hadn't heard that story. I've been going on camping trips with my son and my sons and my friends. I wild camping. I do a lot of things that maybe generally a disabled person wouldn't do, but I don't really class myself as disabled. It's the identity piece. So I identify a very strong value of adventure, and you can see that here. So one of the things that we will be uncovering on the program is the values, because once you get clear on your values, it's much easier to make decisions towards where you want to be going. So yes, not for the faint-hearted. Expect to get uncomfortable. Expect to be challenged on your beliefs, which is uncomfortable, but it will be the perfect place for you to do it. You will be supported. So this isn't for anybody who wants to blame other people for their circumstances or current situation. And it can feel nice to blame people for a little while, but like I said, it gives away your power. So this is about actually sitting in the victim mode doesn't help us move forward. So this is for people who are willing to get out of victim and take full responsibility. This isn't for anyone who refuses to change. You know, it's the whole idea of it is making changes slowly but surely, little by little, making changes towards the life that you actually want. This isn't for anyone who wants to rely on somebody else and can't do it themselves. And it isn't for anyone who's not open to new ideas. I do my best to challenge every belief that comes in, for me or for anybody else. So expect some deep conversations. And good vibrations only. And that's not to say you can't have your challenges and you can't bring your challenges into the group. But what we don't want to do is sit in the vibe of the problem for too long before we're going to shift it and then move to the solution. And we'll do that through breath work, through connection, and through love, really. So what's included? What's included in this membership? You've got full access to the Map to Wellness program. Now, the Map to Wellness program, there was a whole load of other slides about that. So if you want to know more about the Map to Wellness program, ask me and I'll create a little slide deck around that. But it basically creates you your own map to wellness and gives you a very clear map of where you are now and where you want to be going, plus what's standing in your way. Then we'll have weekly group coaching calls. So every week, at the moment, they're on Wednesday evening at about 6 o'clock. But depending who comes into the membership will depend when we actually do the weekly calls. We'll probably change them about depending on what time zones people are in and what people can do. So every week you'll get an opportunity to come on and talk about any problems that you've had, any issues, places that you're stuck, but also celebrate your wins. And I'll talk more about that on the next slide. We'll also have guest speakers. So again, I'm going to go with the flow. I've said a bit further down, it's ever evolving. This membership is a make it up as you go along type thing, because depending who's on the calls, what the problems is, I'll go with that. I'll go with whatever's coming up for most people. And if it comes that we need an expert in to talk about something that we want to learn more about, I've got a very wide network of healers and coaches and wonderful people of all different experiences who can come in and share some of their insights with us. So we'll be having guest speakers regularly as well, and workshops and whatever else people need. So it's a bit of a dynamic growing group depending on what people need. Everything will be recorded and available. So if you're not able to attend live, it will be stored for you where you can go and have a look, probably on a YouTube channel and registered YouTube channel. So you can get links to go in there. You'll also have access to a private Facebook group where any questions will be answered and you can get to know the community. At some point, I'll probably move across from Facebook to our own individual one, so we're not relying on Facebook. But at the moment, Facebook is free, so we'll stay in Facebook. Like I said, it's ever evolving. It'll be led by its members. So if you want something in there, if you're struggling with something, we will find a way. Always solution focused, but with the general energy of we don't have to fix anything right now. That's where my breath work has really come in more. Just allow whatever comes in to be there. And what's also included is you'll get 50% off any one-to-one coaching sessions you want with me. So this is what's included if you come and join the membership. What we'll do on the live calls, the coaching calls, we'll celebrate wins, and we'll do that in the group as well, because the more that we celebrate any little things, the more that energy increases, the vibration increases, and we're looking at more things to celebrate. So we'll always do celebrations. We will discuss challenges, but like I say, with the aim of moving them forward to a solution. So do a bit of masterminding, what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you. This is where group coaching really comes into itself, because it's not just being attended by me, who's learned a lot and knows a lot, and knows a lot of people, but also everybody who's on this healing journey. Everyone's on this journey with us will have learned something and have lots to share and lots of value. All of you have got lots of value. So bringing in and sharing what's worked for you and supporting each other. We'll be having deep, honest conversations. So this is the crux of the whole membership. It's somewhere safe where you can come and be you. Somewhere where it doesn't matter what crazy thing you've just tried or how much money you've just spent on the latest wonder pill. Nothing is wrong. Everything is just something that you've tried. Everything is we'll learn from, we'll find joy from. So deep, honest conversations. You'll make authentic connections with other people who are also on this journey and are traveling a similar path. We'll learn from each other. We'll get to know each other, and the support that brings just, again, elevates our consciousness and elevates our vibration. That's what the whole thing's all about. We'll also be practicing grounding exercise and breath work. It's something I'll be doing every week when we come in. So there'll be a short breath relaxation. Again, it's ever evolving. The more I learn, the more I'll be sharing with you as well. And the last one, we will believe that actually it is possible to create the life we actually want, because it is. So you'll dig down on what's been standing in your way and slowing you down. You'll identify and let go of limiting and unhelpful beliefs. You will know what you want and what makes you happy. You'll have real clarity on that. You'll develop a focus and get clear on your next steps. So when you've got a plan, when you get up in the morning, you get so much more done. You set the intention for the day, you move forward, and the intention becomes our reality. And you get to write the next chapter of your story. So wherever you are now, the next chapter is up to you. And we will enjoy life. Absolutely. It's all about enjoying the crazy little situations we get in, the challenges, everything. We will enjoy life. And that's me enjoying life at a party. So yeah, just to remind you. You will offer your own support and be supported by a fun, safe community of fellow travelers and gamers. And I've called them travelers and gamers because sort of linking the idea of traveling on a healing journey, but then is it that we're just playing the game of life? Is it all a game anyway? So I'm creating a space where you can be honest and vulnerable without any fear of judgment, but also have fun while playing this crazy game. Enjoy it. Find more reasons to smile, find more reasons to laugh, and you don't have to be alone. There's a whole community out here that are just beautiful. I only attract beautiful people. So come and be part of it. So what is it? What am I asking you to be part of? Let me show you. the Happy Healers Brigade. Happy Healers Brigade is all about making healing fun. It's all about the enjoying the journey. It's all about seeing the lighter side. It is all about raising your vibrations and being in alignment with your choices and your actions and see what a difference that makes. So why a brigade? Why did I call it a brigade? This is quite interesting because I was going to call it the Happy Healers Circle. And then the first time that I spoke about it on live, I think I just called it a brigade. It just popped out of my mouth. I thought, oh, the Happy Healers Brigade. Yeah, I quite like that. But then when I was doing the research for this or putting this slide deck together, sort of thought, actually, what is a brigade? And I think I was getting it a bit muddled with a parade, which is the picture you've got here is more of a parade rather than a brigade. So I did a little bit of research on Google and discovered a brigade is actually a formation of a subdivision in the army. And it consists of a few battalions even, which are anywhere from 3,000 to 500 soldiers. So they're groups of soldiers. And for historical reasons, I discovered armour and ranger units of brigade size are also called regiments, and the equivalent in the special forces units are called groups. So what does that mean a brigade is then? So from what I can gather, a brigade is a tight group of dedicated soldiers connected with a common goal who trust in powers higher than themselves to make all the decisions, because that's sort of what soldiers do. But they must be really in tune with each other. They must because they've got to rely on each other, haven't they? They're going into place where it's life or death situations. They've got to know that they can trust and count on each other. And I just wonder what the personal development program is like in the army. I've never been there, so I don't know if there's any army people in there who can sort of tell me how do you get your mindset like that, where you totally trust each other, or is it just going into those type of situations that tighten you up? I don't know, but not really wanting to think of my Happy Healers Brigade as a group of soldiers particularly, but so I've changed the meaning of the word brigade to fit what I would like it to mean. So from here on in, for this program, a brigade is a tight but flexible and breathable network of amazing self-aware people who are dedicated to making positive changes in this world and allow a higher power to show them the next steps to take. So for me, I'm inviting you in to be one of those amazing self-aware people who are just learning more about themselves as they go on, and using the challenges of illness as a stepping stone towards more inner knowledge, self-peace, self-love, and purpose, I guess, really. And all those people will have a common intention to love, heal, and grow. So somebody said when I talked about being on a healing journey, they said they were on a growth journey. And I think that's correct. It's healing and growth. They're the same. They're the same thing. So what is the investment? What is the investment into the Happy Healers Brigade membership program? Well, this is, like I said, a combination of 6 years' work, and I know what makes a good program. I wouldn't like to tell you how much I've spent, a lot of money on programs, on healing modalities, on coaches, and all of them have been helpful in some way. Some of them have been more valuable, some of them have been a lot better value in respect of what I spent, but every single one of them were helpful in some way, shape, or form. And I'm bringing that all together now and sharing that with you and packaging it in my own unique way. So, what is the investment? So, I'm offering this. So, that's one coaching session, the Map to Wellness course, a Facebook group, and ongoing support and community as you move forward on your healing adventure. So it's £150 a month with no tie-in. So basically you can come along, you can try it, and you think, actually, this isn't value, this isn't good for me, then fine, pop out and pay no more. I'm hoping that's definitely not going to be the case. And when you think that's I don't know, didn't work it out, but just under, it's probably about £40 a week. I don't know, what's that, a two people's lunch, less than a night out, yeah, less than a trip to the theatre, maybe a trip to the cinema if there's two of you going, I don't know, just different ways of actually working out what it is. So is the investment worth feeling better, staying accountable, all of that stuff to move you forward and make changes in your life? I'm also offering, if people want to pay up front, they can pay 6 months, therefore saving £300. That's 6 months for £600. Or you can pay 12 months, you can pay for a year for £1,000, so you get an £800 saving then. So that's the investment, worth every penny. And yeah, I'm very pleased with the price point and think it's really good value for what you're getting. And I promise you, I'm an over deliverer. I'm going to want to give you the best. I'm going to want you to heal. I'm going to want you to enjoy life more as a result. So I am giving a bonus as well. So this is around getting people to take action, because if you don't take action, nothing happens, and a year's gone by and you haven't made any changes and you're still on the same trajectory as you were before and not feeling very good about it. So what I'm offering for anybody who signs up before the end of May is that the price promise is that it will stay this price and it will never go up for you. So you'll like have grandparent rights for this program. So as long as this membership is going, you will never pay more than £150 a month, or £600 for 6 months, or £1,000 for a year if that's what you paid. So and you will also get an hour's one-to-one coaching call, which is worth £100. So, but do note that I've got very little time in my calendar in May. So I am opening up sort of June, July. So go in and book in your hours slot if you sign up for it, and get it down there at some point. Otherwise the slots will disappear quickly. And you need to have used the hours free coaching by the end of 2024. So I'll just put that one out there. So do you want more healing? Do you want more fun? Do you want more life? Are you ready to create your own map to wellness? Are you ready to turn your healing journey into an adventurous and fun game? Are you? Then take the first step and complete the Google form, which is somewhere or other. I'll share the link. So yeah, come and join me with the Happy Healers Brigade. Come and have some fun and adventures on this crazy journey we call life. Let's, through our healing journey, through learning about ourselves on a deeper level, that's what the Map to Wellness program will give you, a deep knowing of yourself. And if you want to know more about what's included in the Map to Wellness program, then ask me and I will send you a little video for that one. In the meantime, if you want to know any more, ping me a little DM, or if you're happy just to look at the Google form and say, hey, yeah, I'm in with this, then fill in the Google form and let me know. I will be doing a live training on a symptom scan this Wednesday coming up. So the idea is that because our symptoms are so varied and quite often we almost can't keep track of them, and every day they're slightly different. This is about drawing a little line in the sand and just making a note of what's showing up in our body right now, just so we can keep track. So if you'd like to do that and work through that with me, I'm working through with another client at the moment, but more can join the training room. It's at 6 o'clock on Wednesday, UK time. So if you want to join and come in and be part of that, if not, it'll be recorded and it will be included in the Map to Wellness program. Breathe, smile, decide, choose life. Any problems, let me know.